Welcome to episode 1 of our Western Swing. In this episode, we'll leave the center of the universe, cross Lake Huron on a ferry, enter into the United States, and ride Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's a good one. Join us. Hello, friends. Tiger Coward here. Welcome to our spring adventure. Spike, Muzzy, WT, and I are heading to the Black Hills of South Dakota, with stops in Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and Montana. We started the Western Swing with a backroads tour of Gray County. Spike hadn't been here before and was impressed by the cute villages like Kimberly, Walters Falls, and Shallow Lake. It was a brisk and sunny 9 degrees as we bypassed Owen Sound and headed north on the mundane Highway 6 to Tobermory. That drive is boring, but you're rewarded for it when you reach Tobermory, perhaps my favorite place on the planet. However, on this Friday, we didn't do any visiting as we were catching the 8:50 ferry. That meant we left Brewster's Lake at 5:30 a.m. When we reached the ferry terminal, we were chastised by the gate attendant who told us we were late. We arrived 52 minutes before the departure instead of the required 60 minutes. We were informed that our reservation had been cancelled due to our tardiness. We were given standby tickets and directed to a lane in the docks. Much to my surprise, after this scolding, it turns out we were the first 3 bikes to arrive, and only 2 other bikes were loaded up on this trip. Much ado about nothing, eh? The crossing was the smoothest that I've ever had, and was made better by the excellent and surprisingly affordable breakfast at the Chi-Cheemaun commissary. I've never eaten on the ship before, and I suppose that's because I always arrive at least an hour before boarding and grab food pier side. Riding the ferry is always fun. It gives me time to relax and to check that I have my passport. This will only be the 10th time that I've checked my passport this morning, which leaves me 89 more checks to reach the requisite 99 checks that I do to feel confident. On Manitoulin Island, we had bright sunshine and no traffic all the way to Little Current. Then we crossed the Swing Bridge and followed Highway 6 to Espanola. The ride from the Whitefish First Nation to Espanola is one of my favorites. Passing through the gateway created by the rocks of the Canadian Shield puts me in adventure mode. In Espanola, we met Muzzy at Happy Gilmore's chip truck and had an adequate pickerel and chips dinner. Not much to report after that as we headed to Sault Ste. Marie on Highway 17. Passport checks 11 through 56 were conducted en route. At the KOA in the Sioux, we were in full bug suits to reduce the risk of dying from blood loss as the mosquitoes welcomed us to Northern Ontario. This is an expensive campground, but the outlay is worth it for the great showers and super clean bathrooms. We had a fire and ate in the campsite. Then we headed to bed just as the rain began. That rain continued for the next 12 hours.
Under the blood-stained sky, running out of places left to hide.
The next day we crossed the border in the rain and had a full-on American nosh-up at the Pure Country restaurant. This is a place where you should stop to experience the best of American service and portions. On full stomachs, we pointed ourselves west on the boring and straight Highway M28. Our boredom was finally relieved at the top of Highway 77 in the picturesque town of Grand Marais. It was there that we picked up the beautiful and legendary H58.
Maybe I'm just depraved, trying to make it out of here unscathed. I've paid my dad's kiss, the love I left, and I know that I can't be saved. Maybe maybe I'm just depraved, cursed to make the same mistakes, ride across these plains that the past inflames.
We twisted and turned all the way to Munising in bright sunshine. In Munising, we stopped at the Dairy Queen, and despite being only 15 degrees, we all had ice cream, and we all felt better for it. We finished the day just past Michigami at the cute Three Lakes Motel. This is a great stop, and I recommend staying at this family-run inn. Dinner was had right next door at Carla's Bear Den. I had the Black Bear Burger, and I was saddened to learn that it was not actually bear. Tomorrow we are heading up to Copper Harbor and then west to Ironwood. This is a 300-mile detour up the Keweenaw Peninsula, and the purpose of the ride is pure enjoyment. We were happy to have stayed at the super cute Three Lakes Motel last night after 12 hours of rain on Saturday. We were also happy not to be camping in the clouds of black flies that northern Michigan is most famous for. We were up early and had tea and snacks with the proprietor, Sarah. She gave us the history of the motel and suggested some great routes for us to explore today. We were on the road by 8, and it was a balmy 15 degrees with overcast skies.
So tonight I must escape.
We traversed Portage Lake on the Portage Canal lift bridge from the super cool town of Houghton to its ugly cousin Hancock, and then on to the Keweenaw Peninsula.
So tonight I must escape this place, filled with anger and with hate, this place, for this place, for this place.
We passed through the lovely village of Lake Linden on our way to the coast road. That road was remarkably fun to ride, from the hamlet of Gay all the way to Copper Harbor. The gas bar in Gay is proudly named the Gay Bar. Unfortunately, it was closed because visiting the Gay Bar in this part of Michigan would have been something to write home about. Nevertheless, we continued on to Copper Harbor. We had tea on the docks to warm up as the temperature had dropped to just 11 degrees.
I've lived a lie, cursed and baptized by the roaring river and the driving rain, filled up with envy and pride, purified in the light and ready to get washed away. It's just me and the devil, me and the devil. Slow down.
The ride back on M26 between Copper Harbor and Eagle River is magic and ranks as one of my favorite rides ever. This is such a great road, and the vistas of Lake Superior are so amazing. I will show you a sliver of that experience with a few minutes of this journey and its spectacular vistas.
Heavy with anger and loss, but revenge don't bring me home. So I struggle on down this road towards the devil, the Father, the Son, and the Ghost. It's just me and the devil, me and the devil, slow dancing in the moonlight. It's just me and the devil, me and the devil.
To add to the adventure, we toured the historic downtown of Calumet. It is so grand and stunning that Muzzy said it looked like a movie set.
All the pain and hurt, all the times that I've been burned, burned, burned. I've been burned. I've been burned.
We looped back to Houghton, where I had a lunch of local whitefish. It was so good. After lunch, we headed southwest, crossing into the Central Time Zone to our destination, the Curry Park Campground in Ironwood, Michigan. This is a cute little campsite that is quite inexpensive. The only downfall is that we're right on the edge of Highway 2. That's a first world problem. All right, here are the boys. This is WT, Muzzy, and the one and only world famous Spike.
Loving it.
Tomorrow's itinerary has us crossing Wisconsin and ending up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I love you all. Good night from northwestern Michigan. Go forth with an open mind and most importantly an open heart. And remember, self-care is not selfish. KWT, what did you think of the Keweenaw Peninsula today?
It was cold and twisty.
Cold and twisty. Muzzy, what did you think of Copper Harbor?
Great roads, nice roller coasters.
It was a super roller coaster. All right, Spike, what did you think about the ride today?
Scenery was fantastic, and the companions were exceptional.
Oh, awesome. Even me?
Even you.
All right, of note, there's two things you need to know today. First, I was the first one up and ready, so that's worth noting. And number two is I was correct about the fact that we crossed into the central time zone. And Muzzy mocked me, and he was 100% wrong. So I just want to make sure that that gets recorded. Say it, Muzzy. Dave was right.
Nope.